So we're at Gettysburg National Military Park this morning, and we are trying to find a rare site. We're trying to find the Charles Zephaniah Taney Farm. We're parked here at Spangler Spring below Culp's Hill. I don't know how accessible this is. It looks like you have to cross Rock Creek. I don't know how high Rock Creek is, but people said there's rocks where you can cross. I did bring muck boots just in case I have to wade through, so we will see. So here we are at Spangler Spring. We're gonna walk behind the Indiana Monument. And like I said, we have to cross Rock Creek, but the Taney Farm should be in the creek. Past the creek, there should be an open area. So what's unique about this Charles Zephaniah Taney is this was his house, and he actually was away. He was serving in the Union. I believe got injured, and while he was away, the Confederates occupied his farm. I believe there were sharpshooters in his house and his barn, and there should be some remains. So we will see what we can find. So it looks like we found a way to cross after about 30 minutes. So we're gonna cross here. I think from another poster he crossed up there. The directions were a little off, so we're gonna cross right here. Like I said, I have muck boots on. It is a little high. Tommy, you're definitely gonna get wet. And my brother, I told him to bring muck boots, but he don't listen. So we're taking this old access road, which should take us to the Charles Zephaniah Taney Farm. So now we come to a clearing, and there looks to be an old stone wall up here. So like I said, we're trying to find Charles Zephaniah Taney Farm. A lot of beaver activity around here too. But here's definitely a stone fence that's lining this way. And here's a stone fence right here. So we're still trying to find it. We're like aimlessly walking through, but it's got to be around here somewhere. So it looks like someone's been partying here. I mean, it's pretty remote. So we made it to the site of the Taney Farm. It's just a big clearing. I don't know. So here's some ruins, a lot of cinder blocks. Probably not that old, but big pile of it back here on the Taney Farm. Here's another brick structure. Not sure if this was like an outhouse or if this was related to like a chimney or something. I don't know, but so here we are. We found the remains of the Taney house. And like I said, the Confederates occupied this area, and then we're firing upon the Union down there at Spangler Spring. And this is just incredible. And so these remains, the Taney house, and they said there was a barn too. I'm not quite sure where it was. So here is the well at the Taney Farm, and you see there's old trash down there. Old beer bottles, old liquor bottles, old soda bottles. And one more look at this well at the Taney Farm in Gettysburg. And then here's some big rock structures on the Taney Farm. Here's the back end behind the Taney farmhouse, I guess. Here's an Old Spice bottle my brother just found.
It still smells.
Still smells. How about that? Remains of another structure down here in the woods. So this stone structures are huge. It had to be from the probably early 1800s. And here's this huge dump between these two huge boulders. I don't know if this was a structure or not. There's a lot of old trash down here. And here's looking out from the Taney Farm. So the opposite side of that trash dump, I mean, there's just trash, metal, bottles, glass, old soda cans everywhere. So here's like a small little shelter with a stone fence on top of it, and the stone fence continues down, and there's just trash everywhere. And I think we're actually at the limits of the Taney Farm. It looks like it might be private property up there from what I saw, but this is pretty cool. There's an old vase right there. My brother's trying to cross up there without getting his feet wet. Will he be able to do it?